These peppers are now sitting up on my porch because the drainage hole got plugged up. It was starting to fill up with water. So I put it up here to dry out, and it's still quite wet, but it's not like it was before. And they look like they're going to be okay. What I'm focusing in on here is the lettuce seeds that I planted in this tower. They have germinated, and we will have lettuce soon. Here we have cucumbers. They are getting their good leaves, and we have some sorrel that's gone to seed. I will be trimming that back shortly. And here we have echinacea that's going to be blooming soon. And my other tomato pot. And in the middle of the pot, I planted 3 cloves of garlic in each one, and it looks like they're actually coming up. I didn't know if they would this time of year, but they are. And these are my petunia starts that I started. And you could see going past there that my tiny Tim that I kept in the house all winter. Tomatoes are starting to get ripe. And I just showed you my pepper that I've shown you before. It started out in the house. And my other pepper, this one looks to be a yellow one. And I started it out in the house too, right there. And am I going to get close enough for you to see? Yeah, it's underneath. There we go. Yeah. I believe this is also a Tiny Tim tomato, and it's in bloom. Yay! My corn and beans look like they need water, and I need to give them some nitrogen fertilizer also. So I should do that later today. Just kind of rounding the corner here, showing you everything else. The tomatoes looking really beautiful. Marigolds looking real beautiful, and they're blooming quite nicely. And as we scan over here, I think you're going to see, I'm focusing in on the marigolds. Oh, I see. Do I see them? No, I don't. I thought maybe I saw another bloom. But, oh yes, there's one, another bloom, and then that other yellow one. The bigger yellow one is a marigold. There you can see them both better. So hopefully we will start developing tomatoes here shortly. The problem is our cold weather. For the last close to a week, our daytime temperatures have been in the low 60s. Our nighttime temperatures have been in the low 40s. There was a couple of nights that got down to 38 even. And we've had a few skiffs of rain. Not a lot of rain, but cold. And wind. For a couple of days, the wind was just blowing like crazy. And I know that especially the peppers and the tomatoes and the corn, they do not like those low temperatures. So I'm sure they've been on hold. Starting today, our high is supposed to be in the low 70s. Our lows are still supposed to be in mid to low 40s. And then each day from now on for a while, for at least as far out as I can look at the forecast, is supposed to be getting warmer, like into the mid to high 70s, maybe even low 80s. And that's going to be good for the tomatoes and the peppers and the corn. So I'm anxious for them to start doing better, but I am pleased with how they currently look, even though it's been cold. And this whole tub is filled with sunflower seeds, so we're going to have a beautiful mess of sunflowers here shortly. And this, my other herb pot had a couple of what looks like 3 or 4 sunflower seeds in there. They're growing good. They're getting tall already. Well, that's what, close to 2 feet. I trimmed up my little lilac bush. I'm trying to make it look a bit like a standard, you know, like a topiary. The wind or something blew that blue tower over. These are my watermelons. And I had lettuce planted in the blue tower, but I'm sure that most of it got down on the ground, and I'm probably going to have to replant everything. My potatoes are looking rather straggly. I think they're going to need to be picked pretty soon, dug up. My comfrey plant is looking good. And my petunias are looking, what really loved all this cold weather that we've been having, and I'll come back to that in a minute, while we watch this butterfly. Oh, isn't he gorgeous? Yes, the broccoli has been loving this colder weather we've been having. It is growing like mad, and that is a good thing. So I haven't gotten out into the garden much the last 2 or 3 days because it's so blasted cold. But it is supposed to be warming up, and I do enjoy my little garden. I get great pleasure out of it. And I know that in the not too distant future, oh look, my figs are producing more leaves. That means that they like where they are, and I'm glad. Like I said, the lettuce is coming up, and this is a what do you call? The one that's stinging nettle. I knew as soon as I said the word sting, it would come to me. My amaryllis is still sitting here on the porch. Not sure if I want to put it out in the sun or not, but it's doing all right, sort of. Beautiful, beautiful roses. And yarrow, California poppies, and more roses. And a butt face that just can't wait for Daddy to put water in her container. My raspberries are actually starting to get ripe, and I'm anxious to have a handful of them in my tummy. My succulent starts are looking good. No problems there. They're looking really good. This is the mother plant that I took those starts from. So my gardening, homesteading skills, friends, what kind of a lesson can we glean from all of this? I think we're talking about patience, to let the garden grow the way the garden wants to grow. I think we're talking about understanding that the weather is going to do whatever the weather is going to do, and we have no control over that part. I know that if it got colder than 38 degrees, I would probably be going out and putting some row cover over at least the peppers. I'm not sure about I don't know if I have enough to cover the tomatoes. I would just have to live with whatever happened. And that's what we have to do sometimes with our garden. Today, as I'm recording this, it happens to be the first day of summer. We had some nice summery days a couple weeks ago. We thought summer was here, but then it turned into winter. It's been wintry. I told someone it seemed like it was March weather rather than June weather. But it will get warm again. And here in the summer, if it holds to tradition, it will get in the 90s and even low 100s. My plants, some of them will survive, some of them may not. But I'm hoping to get some harvest. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that I even have a garden. I'm thankful that my hubby helps me with the things that I'm not able to physically do this year. And I'm hopeful that by next summer, I will be back to totally normal, so that all I'm dealing with is my old age and my decrepit back that hurts when I do too much bending over. And that I can work on other parts of my garden besides just the little garden near my porch. But I'm so thankful that I have my little garden. So lessons for today. Patience. We can all learn patience, can't we? And just accepting things the way they are when there is nothing that we can do about it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and close up this video. It was fun to have something to record. It's been a few days since I felt like I really had anything to say. My next video probably won't be until sometime next week. It's hard to tell. I tend to do a few shorts in between things, and I probably will do that. But a video out in the garden, we've got some things going on that will impede me from having time to go out in my garden and actually do much until at least Monday. And I know the weather is going to improve. So, my friends, I hope you like this video. Hit that thumbs up button. Or if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button. I don't know. Either one, I'm told, helps YouTube with the algorithm. And I invite you that if you have not subscribed to my channel, to do so. Like, share, comment. I love comments, and more likely than not, I'll respond in some manner. If not just with a love and a heart, but I quite often respond with a few words. So until my next video, you know what I always say, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. May God's love and blessings surround each and every person watching this video. Some of you may be my gardening, homesteading skills collaborators. Others of you may be just people that follow my channel. Some of you may be gardeners or homesteaders that are watching my videos for the first time. Some of you may be people that don't have anything to do with gardening, but we're just curious. Whoever you are, may God's love and blessings surround you. And I will see you on my next video. So be sure and come back. Take care. This is Darlene from Darlene's Garden, signing off for today.